Have you ever felt trapped in a whirlwind of emotional chaos, wondering how to keep your head above water? Today, we're diving deep into the crucial role of self-care in navigating the turbulent waters of narcissistic abuse from a partner. Join us as we explore empowering strategies to not just survive, but thrive. And hey, don't miss the bonus tip at the end. It's a game changer that ties everything together, giving you an extra boost in handling this challenge. Let's get started and tackle this head-on. 1. Establishing personal boundaries. When you're in a relationship with someone who's all about themselves, it's crucial to set up your own boundaries. Think of boundaries like invisible lines that help you define what you're okay with and what's a no-go zone for you. It's about knowing where you stand and making sure your wife knows it too. So, why are boundaries so important? Well, they're your personal rules that keep you safe and sound, emotionally and mentally. When you're dealing with a narcissistic wife, she might try to push these boundaries, testing how far she can go. That's why it's essential to be clear about your limits and stick to them. Setting boundaries isn't about being mean or unloving. It's saying, I respect myself enough to not allow certain behaviors. This could mean deciding what kind of communication is okay, how you want to be treated, and what actions you'll take if your boundaries are crossed. Remember, it's okay to say no or to step back when things get too much. It's all about ensuring your well-being isn't taken for granted. And while it might be tough at first, especially if you're not used to standing up for yourself, it's a game changer in any relationship, especially one with a narcissistic partner. 2. Prioritizing self-care. Taking care of yourself sounds simple, right? But when you're tangled up in the web of a challenging relationship, self-care can sometimes take a back seat. It's like when you're on a plane and they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. The same rule applies here. You've got to be in good shape mentally and physically to handle the ups and downs of being with a narcissistic wife. Self-care isn't just about spa days or treating yourself to a fancy dinner, although those things are nice. It's about doing stuff that makes you feel good and keeps you healthy. This could be hitting the gym, hanging out with friends, or diving into a hobby you love. It's about creating a space where you can relax, recharge, and be yourself. When you're feeling good, you're better equipped to deal with stress and make clear-headed decisions. Think about it. When you're run down or stressed out, everything feels 10 times harder, right? That's why slotting in some me time is crucial. It's not selfish, it's necessary. By prioritizing on your well-being, you're sending a message that you value yourself. And that's super important, especially when you're dealing with someone who might not always see your worth. So remember to keep yourself on the priority list. Your mental, emotional, and physical health deserve that top spot. 3. Cultivating a support network. Having people you can lean on is like having a safety net that catches you when you're falling. It's super important, especially when you're dealing with tough times in a relationship with a narcissistic wife. Your support network can be anyone: friends, family, coworkers, or even a support group. These are the folks who will listen to you, offer you a shoulder to lean on, and maybe give you a different perspective on things. Sometimes, when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to see the forest for the trees. That's where your support network comes in. They can help you see things you might not notice because you're too close to the situation. It's like when you're trying to solve a puzzle and you're stuck on a piece. Sometimes you need someone else to take a look and help you see where it fits. Plus, talking things out can be a huge relief. It's like letting out a deep breath you didn't know you were holding. These conversations can spark ideas for how to handle things, remind you that you're not alone, and even give you a good laugh when you need it most. So, don't be shy about reaching out. People often want to help. They just might not know how or what you're going through. Letting them in can make your journey a bit easier. And remember, it's a two-way street. Being there for others when they need it can make your own support network stronger. If you're finding these tips helpful, why not give a thumbs up or drop a comment below? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us, so thanks for tuning in and being part of our community. 4. Developing emotional resilience. Getting tough emotionally doesn't mean you stop feeling things. It's about bouncing back from tough times without falling apart. When you're dealing with a narcissistic wife, this kind of toughness can be a lifesaver. It's like being a rubber band that can stretch a lot but doesn't break. So how do you build this kind of resilience? First, try to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. It's like when you're working out. The resistance makes you stronger, right? Same thing with emotional challenges. They can toughen you up in good ways. Another key is to stay connected with folks who lift you up. We talked about having a support network. Remember? These people can be your cheerleaders, reminding you of your worth, especially when you might be doubting it. Also, look after your body. It's harder to be emotionally strong if you're physically worn out. Get enough sleep, eat well, and move around. It's amazing how much a quick walk or a good night's sleep can boost your mood. Don't forget to give yourself some credit, too. Celebrate your small victories. Manage to stay calm during a tough conversation? That's a win. Cooked a healthy meal instead of ordering fast food? Another win. These things add up and reinforce your sense of resilience. Building emotional resilience is like constructing a fortress around your well-being. It takes time and effort, but it's worth it. You'll find yourself more prepared to handle whatever comes your way, standing strong in the face of adversity. 5. Legal and financial self-protection. When you're in a tricky relationship, especially with a narcissistic wife, it's smart to think about protecting yourself, not just emotionally, but legally and financially too. It's like putting on your armor before heading into battle. You want to make sure you're covered, just in case things get messy. Let's talk money first. It's essential to have your own stash. This isn't about being sneaky. It means you're being smart and prepared. Having your own money means you have the freedom to make choices and the ability to stand on your own 2 feet if you need to. Start a savings account if you don't have one yet, and if you do, keep adding to it. It's your safety net. Now, onto the legal stuff. It might not be the most fun topic, but it's crucial. Knowing your rights and understanding your legal standing can give you a huge advantage. If things ever head south, you want to be prepared, not caught off guard. Consider chatting with a lawyer, just to know where you stand. Think of it as a checkup, like going to the doctor, but for your legal health. And hey, while you're at it, keep records of important documents and conversations. If a situation ever arises where you need to back up your side of the story, you'll be glad you have them. Taking these steps might seem a bit much, but in the long run, they're worth it. It's about taking care of future you, making sure you're not just surviving, but thriving, no matter what comes your way. 6. Planning for the future. Thinking about the future can be a bit like daydreaming about your next vacation. It's exciting, right? But when you're dealing with a tough relationship, planning ahead becomes more than just a daydream. It's a necessity. It's all about setting up a roadmap for where you want to go, especially when things at home can be a bit unpredictable. Start by setting some personal goals. What do you want to achieve in the next year or 5 years? These could be career goals, personal development goals, or even fun stuff like travel plans. Having these goals gives you a sense of direction and something positive to focus on, something that's all yours. Then there's your social life. Make sure you're building and nurturing relationships outside of your marriage. These relationships can be your lifeline, offering support, laughter, and a chance to blow off some steam. And don't forget about your skills and education. Investing in yourself is never a waste. Whether it's taking a course, learning a new skill, or just reading up on something that interests you, these investments can pay off in ways you might not expect. By planning for the future, you're taking concrete steps to create the life you want. It's empowering to know that you're not stuck and that you have the power to shape your own path. Bonus tip: the power of positivity. It sounds simple, but trust me, a positive mindset can be a game changer, especially when you're navigating through tough times with a narcissistic wife. Positivity isn't about ignoring the bad stuff or pretending everything's fine when it's not. It's about focusing on the good bits, no matter how small, and letting them lift you up. Think about it. When you're positive, you feel better, right? That good energy can help you deal with stress and even see solutions that you might miss if you're stuck in a negative headspace. It's like when you're smiling, and suddenly the world seems a bit brighter, and challenges seem a bit more manageable. So, how do you stay positive? Start by noticing the good stuff around you. Maybe it's a sunny day, a delicious cup of coffee, or a friend's text. Celebrate those wins, no matter how tiny. And when things get tough, remind yourself of your strengths and the positive steps you're taking to improve your situation. Embracing positivity isn't about denying reality. It's about giving yourself the strength to face it head-on. And that's a powerful tool to have in your arsenal, especially when the going gets tough. Want to learn more about narcissism? Watch our video on recognizing emotional abuse. Or if you are ready to make a change, discover actions that shift the balance of power. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more.